In 2005, I was working for the Lower Hutt City Council doing as a youth worker. And so I remember getting up and then going to have a shower, getting ready for work, and while I was in the shower, I actually slipped, and I can remember that I was doing the running man, trying to get my balance, and then my feet just flipped up in the air, and I fell out of the shower, and my butt hit the floor, and the back of my head slammed into the wall, and all I could hear was this crack in my neck. And then my brother came in, helped me up, and I actually finished my shower, got dressed, and I went to drive myself to work. And then I thought, oh no, the neck's not feeling good. So brother drove me to A&E, and when I got there, I actually walked in, and I just thought I'd be okay and just need a checkup. But the moment the receptionist put the neck brace around my neck, that's when I lost all feeling in my legs and just dropped down to the floor. That night, I had an operation on my neck, and they fused everything, so I can't actually turn my head anymore. Ever since then, I've been in a wheelchair.
This is a story about Fonotī Pati Umaga's life. It's an extraordinary time, really. It's called a music portrait because a lot of it is about the music from the 70s, 80s. We call it a time of revolution, and it had women's liberation, Polynesian Panthers. Te Reo Māori was actually coming into its own again, into our Māori. And through there, up to his fall, where he became technically tetraplegic, or quadriplegic it became, and then into his advocacy and for the disabled community and how hard he's fighting for that. That's the shape of the story, but in our telling of it, I've brought together four musicians, 3 able-bodied performers, actors, Mere Boynton, who's more known for her beautiful singing operatic, and then I've got 3 people in wheelchairs, we call them our wheelies, Faith and Lavinia, and Pati himself is actually going to be in it. It's been really interesting working with Pati. We're doing a show that's about his life, and I'm not sure how I'd react to if we were doing a show and I'm in it and it's about me. And people are walking around talking about me while I'm on there. So I'm really proud of what Pati is. When he said, okay, or when I actually said to him, this actually has to be about you, Pati. He wanted to really point out the disabled community's situations. And I said, well, the way to do that is to go through Pati, through you, through your story. And so he said, well, okay. But I don't think he realized what okay meant. I mean, we sing. The beautiful thing is he's a composer, musician, and the majority of the songs that we play and sing in there are his compositions. To be on stage and people are talking about you, and then a whole lot of people are sitting around listening about your life, you got to think, you got to be pretty brave to do that.
All those people and situations have contributed to how I'm going to be performing here at the production. So I am amazed that I'm now able to gather all those experiences and actually put them into a performance that I can lead. And it was so harrowing, and I thought, no, I don't want to do it. The story's about other people, but Nathaniel said, no, this is your story, Pati. I guess it's that all or nothing approach, and so for me it has to be all. Well, I think the musical element really is a legacy to my parents. You know, Dad was the one that put me in a trajectory of music, and my brothers as well. And something that we never thought of, but to have gone through that whole journey to where we are now, or where I am now, it's a tribute to them. Because I've always felt that the arts, especially music, is another way of our telling our own stories without anybody else telling it on our behalf, and that we are the ones who own that story through music. And so I'm glad to have the opportunity to portray my story through a musical lens with our disabled people. So We've got 2 of our young disabled wheelchair users as well in the performance. So I'm so rapt that we can have our young people involved, because I'm right into having the legacy being passed on to our youth, having them carry on the work that we've started from back in the day. I'm actually feeling quite nervous, and I'm quite also feeling moments of vulnerability. And I guess it's because my journey has always been my journey. I'd never thought that it could be meaningful to anybody else other than myself. All I did was just do what I do, and then if it helped people, I was really rapt about that, and not realizing that the story could be becoming a bit more significant in terms of sharing it, and sharing it in a way that I thought would never happen, which is in a production, working with amazing people like Nathaniel Lees, Oscar Kitely, and Neil Yeremia. And so to come to a full show like this, and it really is like a deep dive, full-on exposure of my life in front of hundreds of people, man, it's still freaking me out a bit, but I trust the people I work with, so yeah, I'm feeling okay.